ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। चैतन्यं सर्वगं सर्वं सर्वभूतगुहाशयं यत्सर्वविषयातीतं तस्मै सर्वविदे नमः। In 16th chapter of Upadeshasahasri, we have seen the refutation of all other darshanas, Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Bauddha, etc. Now we are seeing Advaita Vedanta Siddhanta from shloka number 57 onwards, part of 57, and then Acharya is talking about what is Advaita Vedanta Siddhanta. What is our idea of bondage and liberation? Bondage, according to us, is a bhranti, a delusion in the mind, in buddhi, in intellect. And therefore, removal of this illusion or delusion is called knowledge, moksha. Now, if somebody says or thinks, okay, so bondage is just some erroneous thinking, really I am not bound. Yes, that statement is true only if you have understood you are Brahma and therefore you are not bound. If someone thinks I am Ahankara and says I am not bound. Why? Because Acharya says bondage is only a bhranti, an error in buddhi, in intellect. As Ahankara, bondage is very much real. So if I don't understand I am Brahma, then bondage is a serious issue. If I am Brahma, then I am bound. This statement is not true. Because Brahma is not bound, Brahma cannot be bound. Therefore, bandhana is an error. So, my effort is to understand I am Brahma. That is why Mahavakya Upadesha is given. Understand you are Brahma. When I understand I am Brahma, then bondage is an error. Then bondage is a mistake committed by the intellect. If you don't want to use the word Brahma, if you use the word Atma also, because I am Atma, as Atma cannot be bound. And that analysis is going to do now. But if I feel I am a person, I am an individual. I am a man, woman. I am performer of actions and I am getting some results. This entity is definitely bound. Bound means this entity is subject to sorrows. This entity is subject to fear. That is true. When I disassociate myself from this entity, from this person, from this individual, completely, means from all five koshas, then bondage is not my problem. So this, sometimes I think I am Ahankara and sometimes I think I am Brahma. And therefore, I need some support. If I am Ahankara, I am going to lean on something because Ahankara is finite. It needs support. Now, what I am leaning on to cannot be other than consciousness, Brahman. Anything else that I take support of, then I will have the same problems, same issues. Because whatever support I am taking, if it is impermanent, anitya, that impermanent support will go away. If it is a matter, it will have all limitations. So it has to be consciousness and it has to be eternal. So for that alone, I have to do sadhana. So this we should not forget. Because in the last shloka that we saw, the dhigata bhrantihi, bondage is nothing but bhranti in buddhi. That is erroneous. That is error. Bondage is an error. Bondage is caused by this error. Like so many other errors are committed. Now you see further. Shloka number 61, introduction. बुद्धेरेव बोधात्मत्वं यथा प्रतीति परमार्थं किन्न स्यात् इति चेत नेत्याः. Somebody says, why can't buddhi itself be the ultimate knower? Why do you need atma beyond intellect to be the knower? बुद्धेः एव बोधात्मत्वं यथा प्रतीति परमार्थम. यथा प्रतीति स्यात् तथा. As it is experience in that way, kinna syat, why can't it be like that? Iti chet. Bodhasyatmaswarupatvan nityam tatropacharyate avivekopyanadyoyam sansaro nanya ishyate. बोधस्यात्मस्वरूपत्वान् नित्यं तत्रोपचर्यते अविवेकोऽप्यनाद्योऽयं संसारो नान्य इष्यते. बोधस्य आत्मस्वरूपत्वात् नित्यं तत्र उपचर्यते. First sentence. Second, ayam अविवेको अपि अनाद्यः न अन्य न अन्यः संसारो इष्यते. बोध is the swarupa of Atma. बोधस्य आत्मस्वरूपत्वात् न बुद्धेः स्वरूपम्. Bodha is not the nature of buddhi. Knowledge is the nature of Atma. Buddhi is only reflecting that knowledge, reflecting that consciousness. And therefore, Nityam, that Bodha is Nitya. Because the Bodha expressing in Buddhi is Anitya. Bodha expressing in Buddhi is Anitya. Therefore, Bodha expressing in Atma is to be contrasted from that. Therefore, it is called Nitya. Actually, it is not even to be called Nitya. Nitya Shabda is only Upachara. Tatra Upacharyate. Chargatau Dhatu. There is only Upachara in that. Like we say, sun is always shining. Sun is always shining. This statement is not required because sun does not have any other state when it is not shining. So that statement is not required at all. Like that, Atma is Nitya Bodha Swarupa is not required because Atma is never Abodha Swarupa. It is Bodha only. So Nityam Shabda is Upachara Matra. It's a secondary usage. Teekakar will say it is a superimposed word. Aviveko api anadyoyam sansaro na anya ishyate. And this aviveka here means aviveka between Atma and Buddhi or Atma and Ahankara. Which one of these is me? This aviveka is beginningless. Who am I? So there is a mix-up between the two. They appear together. We may say, I am Brahma. I am Chaitanya. But when we say I, what comes to my mind or buddhi is this body. I am Chaitanya. Means you want this body to be all Chaitanya. I am Brahma. Sitting in one chair, I am Brahma. So this shows I have not eliminated Dehatma Bhava. In Deha, Atma Buddhi is so strong that when I say Aham, only Deha comes to my mind. Or at the most, Buddhi. So this is undesirable. This aviveka, this is called aviveka. This is anadi. Why it is anadi? Because its karana, avidya is anadi. Therefore, adhyasa is anadi. Anadi anantoyam adhyasa. Adhyasa is endless unless it is eliminated by knowledge. Then somebody says, okay, knowledge will remove aviveka. What about samsara? Who will remove samsara? He says samsara is nothing but aviveka only. Na anyaha samsara ishyate. There is no other such thing called samsara. Aviveka is samsara. Aviveka is bandhana. Bondage is nothing but aviveka, lack of clear thinking about myself. And somebody says, this is my exact problem. I don't know how to think. I have been with people who have scriptures. I have been with people who teach scriptures. In my house, there are enough scriptures. I still don't know how to think. Be in that satsang, keep listening. You have to think. You will have to learn to disassociate from ahankara. That atma ahankara viveka. And then ahankara is not me. I don't have any sambandha with that ahankara. Ahankara is mithya. All these things I will have to understand. This is the only way. See, this is called samsara nivritti. Teeka. Buddher agantukatvena bodha vyavicharat bodhasya cha vinapi buddhim sushupte sadbhavat atmaswarupatvat tatra buddhau sa upacharyate adhyasya vyavahriyate avivekad ityartha. Buddhehe agantukatvena. Buddhi is having arrival and departure. Agantuka means it comes. In Sushupti it is not there, then in waking it arises. Bodh or thoughts come and go. Bodha vyabhicharat. And therefore jnanam has vyabhichara. When ghata jnanam is there, pata jnanam is not there, anya jnanam is not there. When anya jnanam comes, other jnanam is not there. So one knowledge comes, others are not there. Bodha vyabhichara is there. In Atma, this such thing is not there. Atma is not having agantukatva dosha. That there was some time when Atma was not there. Now Atma is available. Atma is ever available. Nitya upalabdhi swarupa. And in Atma, bodha vyabhichara is not there. That something happened and Sakshi forgot to illuminate. Something happened and Sakshi did not do prakashanam because Sakshi doesn't like those objects or those people. Such problem is not there in Atma. Bodha vyabhicharat, bodhasya. Buddhi has all this. Bodha vyabhichara is there. Bodha vyabhicharat, bodhasya cha vinapi buddhim sushupte sadbhavat. And bodha is Atma which is bodha swarupa. That bodha is, even without buddhi, it is present. Buddhim vinapi sushupte sadbhavat. In Sushupti, without intellect also, Atma Rupa Bodha is there. Sadbhavat. Atma Swarupatvat. Tatra Buddhau sa upacharyate. Atma Swarupatvat. Tatra. Tatra. Putra.
Sushuptam. Buddhau.
Buddhau. Tatra Buddhau. It is given. Tatra Buddhau. Tatra Buddhau saha upacharyate. Saha kaha?
Nityam.
Bodha.
Bodha. Bodho upacharya. Bodha upacharyate. See, the sentence is like this. Bodhasya cha vinapi buddhim sushupte sadbhavat atmaswarupatvat tatra buddhau saha bodhaha upacharyate. Upachara of Bodha is in Buddhi. Bodha is actually Swarupa of Atma. What is Upacharyate? Adhyasya Vyavahriyate. Avivekad ityartha. Adhyasya, having superimposed, this Vyavahara is done. Vyavahara is there with this Adhyasa. Means whatever is there in Buddhi and whatever is there in Atma. So Atma has Bodha, that is superimposed on Buddhi. And Buddhi has problems. Now you know what happens. They are superimposed on Atma. Somebody says, but there are many Buddhis and there is one Atma. So if somebody puts their intellect problems on Atma, and I also put my problems on Atma, then I should feel others' problems also. Because in Atma, all problems are there now, superimposed. But it doesn't happen. I wake up with my problems and I sleep with my problems only. I don't feel others' problem. Even two people are sharing one room. Other person has some problems. You don't feel their problems are superimposed on your intellect. You have your own problems. Yes. So what happens is the limitations of intellect are also superimposed. So only that limited idea of Atma is where I identify myself with. So when I say I have problem, all I do is I just take the I part from Atma. I'm not taking problems from Atma. I'm taking I part from Atma and problems from Buddhi. And then I mix them separately. So I have only my share of problems separately cooked. Similarly, every individual takes only I from Atma and they have problems in their own intellect. They add that. Now they have a mix, my problems. Everybody runs around with that notion. It's a wonderful how Bhagavan has created this system. I don't feel I have others' problems. Even though there is one Atma and so many Buddhis. Superimposition is selective. Only Aham part we take from Atma. Problem part we already have enough. We mix up and then we say, I have this problem, I have that problem. Tarhi so avivekaha sadihi anadirva iti vikshayam aha. Now aviveka is there. A question is raised. Is this viveka sadi or anadi? Does it have beginning or no beginning? Avivekaha sadihi anadirva iti vikshayam aha. Avivekopi anadyoyam. This aviveka is anadi. It is not sadi. Why? Because, see, it's given. Yadi aviveka eva anadi, ajnana kartatvat anadi. Yadi aviveka eva anadi ajnana kartatvat anadi. Ajnanam is anadi. First anadi is adjective for ajnanam. Anadya ajnana kartatvat anadihi avivekaha. Avivekam is adhyasa. तर्हि तस्यैव ब्रह्मात्म ज्ञानान् निवृत्तिः तस्यैव ब्रह्मात्म ज्ञानान् निवृत्तिः तस्य अविवेकस्य अविवेकस्य ब्रह्मात्म ज्ञान निवृत्ति स्यात् न संसारस्य. Samsara nivritti will not happen. Iti brahmam varayati. Somebody may have this doubt that aviveka nivritti will happen, samsara nivritti will not happen. So he said no. Samsaro nanya ishyate. There is no other samsara considered or thought of. This itself is samsara. Further, so ishu dhatu, ishu gato is there, ishu ichhayam is there, ishu abhikshne is also there. So in this context, na anya sansaro ishyate, this is gatyarthaka dhatu, jnanarthaka. कर्त्रादि धर्मक बुद्धि अविवेक एवं संसारः इत्यर्थः. कर्त्रादि धर्मक बुद्धि अविवेकः. बुद्धि which has the dharma of karta etc. कर्त्रादि धर्मक बुद्धि तस्य बुद्धेः तस्या बुद्धेः अविवेकः. No ability to separate myself from buddhi. No ability to separate myself from that buddhi which has karta etc. dharma. Kartru, bhoktru, jnatru, all these dharmas are there in buddhi. I can't separate myself. This is samsara. Somebody says you have analyzed it so well, but it doesn't solve the problem. Only analyzing the problem. Remember, clear understanding of problem means majority of it is already done, solved. If you understand exactly where the problem is. Otherwise, you are just doing some sadhana. Most people, they do something. They keep themselves busy whole day. They go here, there, they meet this person, that person, etc. And they don't even study properly any text. Something they will read from one book. Something they will, today, suddenly I am into japa. So for a few days now, japa will go on. Then leave japa and japa mala and everything. Now samadhi. Then for some time, some other bhakti is there, some yatra is there, some this, that. This way, you have not understood what is the problem. This is exact problem. No viveka from buddhi. Aviveka. Buddhi aviveka. Buddhehe aviveka eva samsaraha. Ityarthaha. Bandhasya ajnanatmakatve phalitam aha. So now you have defined bondage is ignorance. So you understood now. Earlier he said bondage is bhranti in buddhi. But bondage is bhranti in buddhi as long as I understand I am not buddhi. I am not buddhi means ahankara. I am Brahma. Then I can leave buddhi, and then one state in buddhi is bondage. Another state in buddhi is liberation. They are states of buddhi, intellect. If I have not understood this, then my samsara is from the standpoint of buddhi itself. Now, if bandha is ajnanatmaka, of the nature of ajnanam, bandhasya ajnanatmakatve phalitam aha. What is the phalam of this analysis, of this new understanding that I have arrived at? So, advitiya atma ajnanam is bandha. Because now you will find so many people have so many ideas about Atma. That Atma Ajnanam can go by Atma Jnanam. But if that Atma is not understood as Advitiya, then it is of no use. That Bandha Nivritti doesn't do any good. Mokshastannasha evasyan nanyathanupapattitah yesham vastvantarapatir मोक्षो नाशस्तु तैर्मतः मोक्षस्तन्नाश एव स्यान् नान्यथानुपपत्तितः येषां वस्त्वन्तरापत्तिर्मोक्षो नाशस्तु तैर्मतः मोक्षः तन्नाश एव स्यात् न अन्यथा अनुपपत्तितः येषां वस्त्वन्तरापत्तिर्मोक्षो नाशः तु तैर्मतः तैः मतः नाशः नाशः means either you say nashah atmanashah or you say tairmatah nashtah. There mata is nashta only, is destroyed. Mokshah tannashah. Tannasha means tad ajnana nashah eva moksha syat. Na anyatha anupapattitah. Na anyatha, not in any other way. Moksha has to be understood only in this way. What is moksha? Ajnana nivritti is moksha. Which ajnana? Advitiya atma ajnana nivritti or abrahmatva ajnana nivritti. Brahmatva ajnana, you can say, abrahmatva, whichever way you want to put. Not knowing that I am Brahma. Ajnanam about about Brahma, or ajnanam which causes the notion I am Abrahma. That abrahmatva nivritti is moksha. Why? Anyatha anupapattitah. In any other way, you cannot be able, you won't be able to define moksha itself. Anyatha upapatti will not happen. Any other definition of moksha will be incorrect. This is the only definition of moksha. Ajnana nivritti. Abrahmatva bhranti nivritti. This is moksha. And in those other darshanas, yesham vadinam, those vadis who think, who are all refuted above in this chapter, vastvantarapatir moksha. Moksha is nothing but attaining something else. I am jiva. I have to attain something new. This is moksha. Tair mataha nashaha. Nashaha means atmanasha. In their mata, atmanasha is moksha. Means I am not this. Whatever I think I am, I have to drop atma and I have to become new atma. So according to their mata, atmanasha is what is thought of. Somebody says, you are also saying the same thing. You are saying ahankara, I am not. I am Brahma. So ahankara I have to leave and I have to attain something else. Isn't it Vastvantarapatti? So what will be your answer?
Ahankara is mithya.
Ahankara is mithya.
Ahankara is only an upadhi of the Chaitanya. So basically it is only Chaitanya and it is only the removal of upadhi.
Swamiji, we are already Atma, but we think that we are Ahankar.
We are already Brahma. We think we are Ahankara. So it's not that I am Ahankara, I have to become Brahma. I am already Brahma. I am thinking I am Ahankara, I have to let go of that error. If I was Ahankar actually and I have to do some process, that is how these Bhranta Darshanas are there. That is not the case. I am already Brahma. My first mistake is Jivam Kalpayate Purvam. Tato Bhavan Pruthak Vidhan. Then
Bahyanadhyatmika.
completed. Yatha Vidyas. Bahyanadhyatmikanshaiva Yatha Vidyas Tatha Smritihi. So Jivatva Kalpana is first mistake. Jivatva means Ahankara, whatever you call. So here what is said, Vastvantarapatti. So Vedanta doesn't say you are Ahankara and you will become Brahma or you should become Brahma. This is not what we are saying. We are saying you are Brahma, you should claim that you are Brahma. Don't claim that you are Ahankara and then go on hunting for Brahma. I understand myself as somebody else. Then I go on looking for Brahma. Then that is incomplete journey. Tair mataha nashaha. In their mata, Atma nasha is moksha. Or their mata is nashtaha only. What are we going to do with such philosophy which is full of errors? See Teeka. Jnanat ajnana nivritya tat karya bandhana nivrittehe eva muktir nanyatha heyasyopadeyasya va mokshasya anupapattito anupapattehe ityarthah. Ajnanat Jnanat ajnana nivritya. Through jnanam, when ajnana nivritti takes place, then tat karya bandhana nivrittihi eva muktihi. Tat karya bandhana nivrittihi. Ajnana karya is bandhan. Ajnana nivrittehe karyam bandhana nivritti. Just one aside topic. This ajnana nivritti, a question is raised in Shastra. This ajnana nivritti is sat or asat. or sad asat, or anubhaya. Ubhaya means sad asat. Anubhaya means neither sat nor asat. This kind of vikalpa is created. Ajnana nivritti. Ajnanam is sat or asat?
Asat. Or anirvachaniya.
It cannot be sat or asat.
So it is anirvachaniya. It is neither sat nor asat, not ubhaya. So ajnanam is neither sat nor asat nor sad asat. Ajnanam is fourth one. That is called anirvachan, mithya. Now the question is ajnana nivritti. If ajnana nivritti is sat, then you will have two sat. Brahma also sat, ajnana nivritti also sat. So that is not possible. There will be advaita hani. So you take the second option. Second option is ajnana nivritti is asat. If ajnana nivritti is asat, that means ajnana nivritti has not happened.
It does not exist.
Ajnana nivritti didn't happen. That is called asat. If ajnana nivritti didn't happen, that means ajnanam is there. So this second option is not good. So ajnana nivritti is not sat, ajnana nivritti is not asat. Third is both together. So both together cannot be there. One and the same thing cannot be sat also and asat also. So third option is gone. Fourth option is ajnana nivritti is sad asat vilakshana. So sad asad vilakshana means that which is neither sat nor asat nor sad asat. What is that called?
Anirvachaniya.
Anirvachaniya. That is anirvachaniya. That which is not sat, not asat, not sad asat. So this anirvachaniya vastu, if you say avidya nivritti is anirvachaniya, for any anirvachaniya thing to exist, avidya has to exist. Because avidya is the karana for all anirvachaniya. So you cannot say avidya is there and avidya nivritti has happened. So one acharya called Vimuktatman, he says, avidya nivritti is panchama prakara. It is fifth type. What is it? He says it is fifth type. Panchama prakara. There is no other explanation. Panchama prakara. Means you can't say it is either of these. But simple thing is, in our tradition we say, avidya nivritti is adhisthana rupa. Any avidya nivritti, rajju sarpa avidya nivritti is rajju swarupa only. It becomes one with rajju. It does not have any separate identity. You don't have to say Brahma and then Panchama Prakara Avidya Nivritti. You can just say whatever is the Adhisthana. It has become one with it. Over. Or in order to understand and analyze, this fifth type is mentioned, so that I don't get confused where it belongs. So when avidya nivritti takes place, then what will happen? Tat karya bandhana nivritti also will happen. Bondage will go. This is mukti. Na anyatha heyasya upadeyasya va mokshasya anupapattito anupapattehe. Anupapattitaha means anupapattehe. Panchami, fifth case. Na anyatha, not in any other way you can define moksha. Heyasya upadeyasya va mokshasya. If moksha is heya or moksha is upadeya, its anupapatti will be there. You can't logically explain what kind of moksha that will be. If that moksha is something which is given up, or that moksha is something which is a new thing that comes. Heyasya mokshasya upadeyasya mokshasya va anupapatte. How? Now he explains. Anupapattim eva dridhayan pakshantaram nirakaroti. Obviously, somebody will say, you have to explain what is this anupapatti. If I say, if you take moksha as something other than what we have defined, there will be logical fallacies. So the question will be now, you explain what are these logical fallacies. So some are explained. Pakshantaram nirakaroti. Other paksha is not possible, that is said. Yesham vastvantarapattir moksho. This is one paksha. Yesham vadinam स्वरूपात अन्य वस्तुअंतरापत्ति ही आत्मनोमोक्ष. स्वरूपात अन्य वस्तुअंतरापत्ति. From who I am, from that I become something else. This is my moksha. In other words, Jiva becoming Brahma. In this case, this was actually discussed. That is given. I will read the next sentence. I hope some of you will know. Otherwise, I will tell you. येषां वादिनां स्वरूपात् अन्य वस्तुअंतरापत्तिर आत्मनो मोक्ष इति मतम तैः आत्मनाश एव मोक्ष इति इष्टः स्यात्. By such people, आत्मनाश, one's own nasha, destruction, is moksha. Iti ishtah syat. This is what? This is ishta for them. This is desirable for them. Sthitasya nashtasya va anyasya anyatva sambhavat. Sthitasya nashtasya va. What is there or what is destroyed? Anyasya anyatva asambhavat. Anya vastu cannot become anya. Does it remind you of anything? No. Previous chapter in Upadeshasahasri is called Nanyad Anyat Prakaranam. 15th chapter of Upadeshasahasri. Nanyad Anyat Prakaranam. Anya vastu cannot become anya. If a thing is Rajju, it cannot become Sarpa. If it is Sarpa, it cannot become Rajju. Na Anyat Anyat Prakaranam. So if I am, this I have elaborated in 15th chapter, if I am mortal right now, I cannot become immortal. If I am anitya, I cannot become nitya. If I am jada, I cannot become chaitanya. And the other way is also true. If I am already chaitanya, I cannot become jada. If I am already immortal, I cannot become mortal. If I am amrita swarupa, I cannot become mrita swarupa. Because prakriter anyatha bhavo na kathanchit bhavishyat. So A thing cannot have anyatha bhava. This is na anyat prakaranam. It begins with this. In other words, my essential identity can never be different. I cannot be anything else. Actually, what is said here is, see, there are two things. One is given here in 62, Vastvantara Patti. Then 63, Avasthantaram. So what one is Vastvantara Patti, another is Avasthantara Patti. One thing becoming another is called Vastvantara Patti. One dharma of a thing changing and becoming another dharma is called Avasthantara Patti. We are refuting both. Neither Atma can have Vastvantara Patti nor Avasthantara Patti. Avasthantara Patti means attaining another avastha. Vastvantara Patti means attaining another vastu. Neither I can change as dharmi, nor my dharma can change. Dharmi change is Vastvantara Patti. Until yesterday, I was Chaitra. From today, I became Maitra. This is not allowed. This kind of transition is impermanent. And Avasthantara Patti means Chaitra is fat. With lot of diet, Chaitra has become slim. This is Avasthantara. Chaitra is there. Only some dharma of Chaitra has gone. Then what will happen? After some time, it will come back. Chaitra was not Yuva to begin with. Then Chaitra became Yuva. Avasthantara Patti happened. Then Yuva Avastha will go. So Avasthantara Patti cannot be moksha. Vastvantara Patti also cannot be moksha. Yesham vadinam Teeka. Yesham vadinam swarupad anya vastvantara patti hi atmano moksha. Swarupad anya vastvantara patti. Attaining something else other than my swarupa. So the question is this. If Jiva has to become Brahma, will Jiva give up Jivatvam and attain Brahmatvam? Or Jiva will retain Jivatvam and attain Brahmatvam? Two options are there. Will Jiva give up Jivatva, its Swarupa, or Jiva will keep Jivatva and attain Brahma? If Jiva gives up Jivatva, that is called Atmanasha. Now who is remaining there? Nobody. Because Jiva is gone. So if there is complete destruction of that Jiva, nothing remains. Who is going to get the new status, new object, new vastu? Nobody. This is Atmanasha. Taihi Atmanasha eva moksha iti ishta. If Jiva retains Jivatva and attains Brahma, then you already have Jivatva. You are always going to be finite, dukhi. If I am finite, I will be dukhi. What people want is, I want to remain I, ahankara, and I want to solve all problems. You do whatever you want, you will never be able to solve problems. Try as much as you want. Best is let go of ahankara. It is the only method. This is the straight path. स्थितस्य नष्टस्य वा अन्यस्य अन्यत्व असंभवात्. स्थितस्य जीवत्व which is there becoming Brahma, or nashtasya jivatva which is destroyed becoming Brahma, anyasya anyatva asambhavat. Vastvantarapatti shabdena, by Vastvantarapatti, yadi prapti hi vakshyate, what is said is some prapti, some new attainment, then tadhapi संयोगा विप्रयोगांता इति न्यायेन कृतकस्य अनित्यत्व व्याप्तेश्च अनित्यो मोक्षः स्यात् इत्यर्थः. संयोगा विप्रयोगांतः, this is given in Mahabharata. Wherever there is sanyoga, there will be viyoga. That is this vakya. If things have come together, things will get separated. So everything is impermanent. What is not there is going to be impermanent. Because what happens is, this comes in Mahabharata in Stri Parva. All women are crying because so many men have been killed in the war. Then this is what is said, that look, union happened, disunion will happen, reunion will not happen. Sanyoga viprayoganta iti nyayana. Yat kritakam tada nityam. This is vyapti, vyaptescha. Kritakasya anityatva vyaptehe. So yat kritakam tada nityam, what is created is anitya. Anityo moksha syat. Moksha will be anitya only. So Vastvantarapattil moksha will be anitya, and you are expecting Atmanasha. You are expecting that you let go of yourself itself. That is undesirable. Now, other pakshas will be also given, and this avasthantarapatti we will discuss in the next session. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.